So, today we're going to learn about engines. Well, what is an engine? An engine is something that powers stuff using fuel. Okay, and how it does that is very simple. So first, you have a cylinder. And what a cylinder does is transfers the chemical energy produced by the boom of the explosion into mechanical energy. The way it does that is by using pressure of this case. Fuel goes into here. This spark plug produces a spark that ignites all the fuel and makes it go, oh, I hurt myself. Oh God, that hurts. Anyways, after the boom, this experiences a force because we know that pressure equals force over area. And if this experiences a force, it gets pushed down like down. And after it gets pushed down, this is able to spin like this. And it's able to rotate as it gets pushed down and pulled up. This rotates. And that spinning generates a spinning force here. Right here. Where due to centripetal force, these springs gets pushed out. And after it gets pushed out, these pads, right, make contact with this, the driving gear. That plate making contact with this is called a clutch. And it's called a friction clutch because it uses friction to spin the chain or whatever it's connected to, you know. Now, how do we get the fuel into the combustion chamber? It's very simple. You need a carburetor. What a carburetor does is that it's got a fuel line that's connected here that allows fuel to get in, and also air. And one thing about a carburetor is that it needs a choke. And why does it need a choke? Well, a choke is required to change the quantity of air allowed in the engines. Well, you might be thinking, how does the quantity of air change? I mean, like, I'm breathing it right now. Well, yeah, in colder temperatures, air is thicker. It's like ice to water. Like, if you have colder water, it's ice and it goes thicker. But ice is a terrible example because ice is actually less dense than water. That's why you see iceberg floats, but that's in regards to the point. So this changes the quantity of air allowed in the carburetor. And what this does is the air goes in through this hole and goes down there into this chamber here, and it gets mixed up. You hear that? It gets mixed up. After it getting mixed up, it's going to go through this hole and into the engine. And it goes boom, boom, boom. Last of all, we have to start this cycle. We have to start this process because the first few turns of the engine must be turned by an external force. Because what if the cylinder head is on a different area? And what if it has to be jump started? And to jump start it, you can use electrical starters. There's all different sort of starters. Actually, this carburetor is a very old form. There's new forms of this, which is called electric fuel injection, which automatically adjusts the air fuel mixture depending on the air or the carbon dioxide produced that's measuring the exhaust, etc. But this is the old-fashioned one, and it's what this 50cc engine would be using. I mean, 50cc, this is about around 2 inches. It's pretty big. 2 inches is pretty big. Now, moving on, we have this. Well, what is this? It stores elastic potential energy once you pull. Pull this. It stores elastic potential energy. Oh god, wait. I need both hands for this. I need both hands for this thing. So, pull this. And so it's elastic potential energy. And once that's released, ow, ow, ow. Okay, once that's released, it spins this really, really quickly. And this is connected to this. And this spins really quickly. And this spinning would get this cylinder started. As you can see, look, this spins and the cylinder starts. Ooh, that's very cool, isn't it? So like you may think that an engine is very complex and very difficult to understand its inner workings. But in reality, it's quite simple. Except for the fact that it's not. And also if you discovered this technology in the 1900s, which is only 2 centuries ago, which is like 0.00001% of the time that humans has existed, you would be a billionaire. You would make a lot of money. A lot of money if you knew how to make this. Only 200 years ago. Just imagine that. It's crazy. Now, this is the end of this engine explaining tutorial. See you next time on some, I don't know what this channel name is going to be called yet, so see you next time. Goodbye.